Okay, hello. Today we're going to be talking about area and perimeter, and we're going to use some blocks to illustrate what we're talking about. So I'm using these wooden blocks, but if you don't have wooden blocks, you can use Lego, or you can cut squares out of cardboard or paper. Now I know I've got a cube, okay, but what you really need is something flat. So I'm recording this video from above so that my cubes look like squares. And first couple of things that we need to know before I ask you my question is what area means. So the area is the space inside a shape, okay? So at the moment we've got our shape, and this shape is called a 3 by 1 rectangle because there are 3 columns and 1 row, so it's called a 3 by 1. Okay, and the area is the number of these squares, 1 by 1 squares, that fit inside the shape. So can you see that this is one square, and this is another square, and this is a third square? So the area would be 3. Okay. The other thing that we need to know is what perimeter is. And perimeter is the distance around the outside of shape. So if we start in this corner, okay, and we walk round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so P for perimeter would equal 8. I hope you can read that. So today my question is really about making some rectangles and working out their areas and perimeters, which is straightforward, but we need to do it before we do something more interesting. So I want you to first of all use one block and think about what the perimeter and the area of the shapes, the rectangles that you can make with just one block. So that's pretty easy. With 2 blocks, what are the areas and perimeters of the shapes you can make? If you've got 3 blocks, this is the only rectangle you can make. This does not count as a rectangle, or this. But when you have 4 blocks, you have the option to make the 4 by 1 rectangle, okay, so the long skinny one, or you can make a 2 by 2 rectangle. Now some of you will be saying, well, that's a square. It's true, that is a square, but a square is a special type of rectangle, okay? So a square is just a rectangle where all 4 sides are the same length, okay? So what I want us to do is I want you to make the different rectangles, hopefully draw them out on squared paper, or you can just sketch it on whatever lined paper you've got. Work out the area, which is the number of squares that you have, 1 by 1 squares inside the shape, and the perimeter, which is the distance that you have to travel to go all the way around the outside. Okay, and I'm only interested in the areas and perimeters of rectangles that you can make. I want you to explore all the rectangles that you can make using your blocks between 1 block, then I want you to do it for 2 blocks, and I want you to do it for 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, all the way up to 12 blocks. And I want you to make a table of those results. So what you could have here, okay, is you could have number of blocks. Okay, so for example, you could have 6, okay, and you could draw the shape, because you might be able to make more than one rectangle with it, and you can write A for area and P for perimeter. Now, something that I should mention is this rectangle here, which is a 3 by 2, because there are 3 columns and 2 rows, okay, we're going to say is the same as this rectangle. They're just rotations of each other. Okay, but can you see that when I've rotated it, I haven't changed the number of squares I've got inside my shape, or the distance that I have to travel to go around it. Okay, brilliant, thank you.